Hi guys, my name is Alex and I'm not a millionaire, I'm not rich, and I don't even sell $100,000 a year on Amazon FBA. And frankly, I'm a little bit stupid. No, I'm just kidding about that last part. But I do have a product that's selling about $5,000 a month on Amazon FBA, and it's definitely a story that's worth listening to. Now, before I get into why I'm not happy about this product like the title suggests, I'm going to start off by speaking about how I got into the product in the first place and about how I got into FBA in the first place. My story is not that much different from most of you online because I started by, researching on YouTube different ways to make money online, and I had some successes from the ages of 18 to 20. I'm 22 now. I tried so many different business ideas and I failed on some of them, and I had some minor successes on other ones. Some successes I had were arbitrage selling on eBay. I had a few web development clients, and I had one marketing client that was pretty successful, but none of them really took off. And I also noticed that I really hated working with clients. So a friend of mine who was also in the same realm as me, he decided that he wanted to start selling on Amazon FBA, and he suggested that I start with him as well so that we can, help each other out and give each other pointers as we go along the way. I had a little bit of resistance towards starting in the beginning because of my lackluster results, in the previous businesses that I had. But my friend, he ended up convincing me, and I decided to just go full force, and we started our research, we started our journey. We bought a couple of courses. We watched a ton of videos on YouTube on how to, every single aspect of FBA, and we just really dug in really deep. And he actually started off buying his product first because he had a little bit of more capital than I did. And let me tell you, that product was an absolute piece of shit. But the good thing about it was that we had the humility to go back and analyze the failure. Well, his failure, but I had a little bit of a role in it. I helped him out, and I kind of felt bad because he's the one who spent his money. But in the end, it was all good anyway. That's the good thing about FBA. You can pretty much sell out and break even, or just lose a little bit, or even profit a tiny bit. We actually realized a whole multitude of mistakes, but there was 3 that really stuck out to us. One was that the product was a Me Too product. The most essential thing that I noticed in Amazon FBA is that you need to have a product that stands out from all the rest. Either it looks wise or it achieves some kind of different result. If it looks the same and achieves the same exact result as other products in the niche that have, hundreds or thousands of reviews, what's the point of them going to you unless you differentiate by something like price? That's the one thing you don't want to differentiate on, is price, which he ended up having to. And that is definitely not the way you want to go when you want to make a lot of money on Amazon FBA. Number 2 is that his product sold anywhere from 10 to 12 bucks. And given the fact that he didn't differentiate the product, he also had to drop the price, like I just mentioned, to around $8 or $9 to attract some customers, which left no room for any real profit margin. And whatever profit margin was left, you really didn't have any room for PPC after, so after PPC costs, you're breaking even or even losing money. And 3, he's as stupid as me. I'm just kidding, yeah. No, but for real. Number 3, he didn't take his time on product research. He was so eager to get into the business that he just went with anything that looked good to him. When he went on Jungle Scout and he saw that this had a 7 rating, that the keyword that he searched in had a 7 rating, which was the product he ended up choosing, he went for it right away. He started contacting suppliers, and he just was so eager to get started because he really wanted to get in the business and make some money. But that was his most fatal flaw, because then we realized after launching his product that the keyword that he researched wasn't actually the main keyword. The main keyword had a 4 score, a 4 rating, which Jungle Scout usually doesn't recommend to go into. And what's worse is that after launching the product and after a couple of months passed by, that score went down to a 3. And he only knew that after he launched the product, which really hurt him. I say all that to say that when I started my product research, I made sure to do my due diligence, because Warren Buffett always says it's good to learn from your mistakes, but it's better to learn from other people's mistakes, or something like that. And frankly, it's cheaper too. Long story short, I found the product, I ordered it, I launched it with the new giveaway service that Amazon introduced sometime after the apocalypse a few months back, and I got shit in my face. So I decided to take matters into my own hands, and I got a few family and friends to buy my products and leave reviews while the giveaways were still running, you know, to keep the purchase to review ratio low so Amazon doesn't take down all the new reviews that I got from the family and friends. And you know, sometimes you gotta just do what you gotta do, and the light just went out, so let me go fix that. And I finally got to launching my first PPC campaign like all the cool kids who talk about FBA on YouTube said I should, and I got shit in my face again. And then I realized every single video on YouTube about PPC gave you the exact same process, which means that everybody was going about PPC the exact same way, and it happened to not work for me at all, and I'm sure it's not working for a lot of people either. So I decided to take matters into my own hands, and I was tinkering with PPC for about a month, and then I slowly was starting to get sales every day until I hit where I am right now, and that's about $5,000 a month in sales. Yeah! But the problem is, I'm barely profiting. So if you haven't guessed by now, that's the real reason why I'm so unhappy, because if you're not profiting, you're not growing. But I'm still motivated. So I'm gonna definitely still keep trying different tactics to sell this product at a profit, because the real problem that I'm having right now is the product is very high margin and it's also a high price. It's about $50 and I make about $15 profit per sale. But the problem is that it's becoming so competitive that it's getting hard to sell. It's getting hard to make a sale in the first place. So even with PPC, I'm spending 15 to sometimes 20 bucks just to make a sale. And that's just one sale. So you could imagine, even though my profit margin is so high, if I'm selling a product for $15 profit and the PPC is costing 15 to 20 bucks, then I'm either breaking even or losing. Some days I profit a little bit, some days I lose a little bit, some days I break even, but all in all, I'm pretty much just breaking even, and I'm like running in the hamster wheel, and I'm just wasting time more than I'm actually doing something, you know, that's progressing me. I'm gonna try one more tactic, and that's going to be Facebook ads. And if that doesn't work, I'm already looking into a different product, and I'm also thinking about starting a brand with it, because with the current product, I didn't do too much to differentiate it. I mean, I did something, but it was very minor, and it still had me in the realm of all my competitors. But what I'm trying to do with the next product is I'm trying to completely monopolize my own little area, and that way I'm gonna really reduce the competition that I'm going to have. And I'm going to document that entire journey, so you guys, I hope you stick around and continue to look forward to my next videos. Thank you for watching.